Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Press Pause with Jouhayna. On today's episode, I've got Daniel. She's a pillar in the community in my eyes whenever I go to Ripe Market. And after 5 years of knowing her, I found out today that her name is Corinne. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Jouhayna.
Thank you for being here and supporting something I've worked on for a long time.
Thank you for including me in this project of yours.
Yeah, I wanted you here on season 1. And then when you mentioned you hadn't done a podcast before, I'm like, I'll release a few episodes, but you're my first guest for season 2, inshallah.
Glad to be here.
Thank you. So the way that I start the podcast is I throw my guests in the deep end. It's a rapid fire round. And you just tell me the first thing to pop into your head when I say a certain word. But it's not going to go on forever. I have a sound timer here. It'll go for 1 minute. When the sound timer is up, we're done. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. 1, 2. Color.
Green.
Car.
Mitsubishi.
Month.
May.
Song.
Dangerous.
Animal.
Dog.
Yes, I love dogs. Destination.
Anywhere with my family.
Oh, I love this answer. Guilty pleasure.
You mean food or other things?
Whatever comes into your mind.
Dancing on the street.
Dancing on the street. I need a video of this. I need evidence to see this.
It happened.
Really?
Yes.
Was it in Dubai?
Yes.
This is why she's on the show. First thing you think of when I say breakfast?
Almond butter.
That's because your almond butter is the best butter. Let's see. Day of the week.
Friday.
Fridays. Yes, Fridays are the best days. And person.
My mom.
Your mom. Same. And that's all the time we have for the rapid fire questions. Are you feeling warmed up?
Warmed up and ready.
I love it. Okay, so the name of this podcast, as you know, is called Press Pause. So if we were to quite literally press pause on your present day, what would it look like for you?
So a normal day, what I do. So I wake up really early to get started and to do everything I have on my list.
Yeah.
So I start the day with exercising.
Okay.
Whatever. For the time being, I'm doing on an app my kid told me about. So every day I have an exercise, a workout to do.
Yeah.
Then I prepare my breakfast. I prepare food for my family, and I get started to go to work.
Okay.
I go to the office. Then in the afternoon, anything I have to do for my business on the side, I do. Otherwise, I go home. Then I have lunch. I relax a little bit, and I start to preparing orders and things that will come later.
Yeah, for Daniel.
And that's it. I wait for my kids to come back from work.
Yeah.
I sit with them, see how they passed, and sometimes I fall asleep on the couch while waiting for my husband.
Oh, okay.
He also had a multiple of work. And that's it.
Mashallah. Sounds like a full day.
Every day.
Yeah, I've also passed out on the couch, but it's because I'm a sleep-deprived shift worker. Part of the reason why I do the rapid fire round is to ask the guests to introduce themselves also without titles. So if we were to remove your titles of successful entrepreneur, which we will get into your business later, how would you describe yourself?
So I'm a mother first for my kids. I'm a wife, and then work comes. But I like to think myself as a loving person, a caring person. I like to help people. This brings for me personal satisfaction when I do this.
Yeah. I feel that. Well, even from the day I met you, I was like, yes. I just want, every time I've seen you in Ripe Market, I show up, and then you're always busy speaking to someone and spreading so much knowledge about, food. And then I wait till you're free, and then I'm like, I'll grab whoever I came with, and I'm like running to you. I'm like, hi, have you met Daniel? Okay, explain everything. Let's taste all the dips. And speaking of Daniel, so if we were to go back in time, how did Daniel start?
So I have a full-time job.
Okay.
The story of Daniel is really very interesting. So we are 5-6 families, very close.
Yeah.
Every time there used to be dinner, lunch at one of the houses. So every time they used to come to our home, the garlic that you know.
I love the garlic.
The garlic used to be on my dining table. So my friends fell in love with it because nobody does it, the real garlic. Always in restaurants and shops, they add to it cream, mayonnaise, raw egg. So I do it pure.
Yeah.
So my friends fell in love with it. So I started offering each one a jar whenever I prepared for my family. After some time, they told me, we'll not accept anymore for free. You will charge us.
Okay.
So we started with garlic among friends. And the nice thing also that 2 or 3 of my friends helped me. One told me, come on, I have a program and I want to learn how to do the logos. So I will experiment with your logo. So we worked on it together. The other one, if you remember, on the jars, I used to put the cloth, the checkered cloth. So I went to the market and we created a group on WhatsApp and I started sending them photos. What do you think of this? What do you think of this? Same thing with the jars. And it started like a passion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with the help of friends here in Dubai who became family. This is how we started, and we started growing little by little. And in the market, I love speaking with people.
Yeah,
I love to learn. I'm very curious to know how you think, how the other person thinks. It's really a nice thing that I enjoy doing. And I love to listen to their feedback. Whenever, for instance, I launch a new product, before launching it, I bring it to the market. I let my customers taste it.
Yeah.
Even at work, I bring it to work and I let my colleagues tell me your feedback. You taste, but you have to tell me your feedback.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is really a passion for me. Yeah.
Okay. So now we know how Daniel started. If we were to press rewind in your life, usually how I start asking my guests, I'm like, what was your first memory? And then we just kind of take it from there.
So my first memory would be the outings that we used to do, my parents, my brother, my sister, and I. I always remember the time we used to go picnics, take food, enjoy the day. Also, another memory is my mom. I'm really very, how do you say it, influenced by her.
Yeah.
So she used to put all her kids, the neighbor's kids, her sister's kids in the car and take us to the pool, take us many places.
Yeah.
And she used to have very pleasant personality and she wanted to do everything in one day.
Okay.
We used to tell her, Mom, relax. She always used to tell us, later we will relax. So she passed away very early.
Oh, Allah yarham.
Yeah, yarham al-jami' ya Rab. So I was really influenced by her personality, by her perspective to life, to how to deal with things. And I really had the best childhood ever.
MashaAllah, that's so beautiful to hear.
Yeah, so the relation in our family between my father was a general in the Lebanese army, but when you say general, you would think somebody very strict or very, no. He really raised us well. And the communication that used to go on in the house with our parents, how they used to take care of us. So I really, even now, I do the same thing with my kids. Yeah. And the communication between the siblings. So my mom used to say, because we lived in the US when we were small, she used to always tell me the story that I used to defend my sisters. One time kids were picking on her or something. She told me, you stood up, you put your hands on your waist, and you told, and I was 3 years old, you better shut your mouth. So this always stayed with me.
Yeah. I love it. I'm very protective of my 2 little sisters as well.
Yeah.
No one mess with.
Yeah.
And this day,
Now many things I forgot from our childhood, but my cousin, she always tell me, even though I wasn't the eldest, I was the middle one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she used to tell me, you wanted everyone to be happy, to be taken care of, even in your childhood when you were, because she was older than me, 5-6 years. So she remembers all these things. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love the story. And I feel closer to you now because I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yes, but like no one messes with my baby sisters. You know, I'm not the middle. I'm the eldest. You met my other. I don't know if you met the youngest sister, but I think you met my middle sister. And yeah, no one.
Yeah.
Like I can pick on them, but nobody else.
Exactly, right?
Exactly. Okay, so then so how did you end up in Dubai? How did the transition happen?
Yes, the transition. So for me, we used to plan for the future. Yeah. But then now when I tell you my story, we stopped planning because I believe that you live day by day. Yeah. You do your best in all aspects, the utmost best that you can do. And then whatever God wants you to be, wherever He wants you to be, He will facilitate this journey for you.
Yeah.
So my husband and I met at the university. After he graduated, he went to work in Saudi Arabia.
Okay. And where was university?
In Lebanon.
Okay.
We were in Lebanon. Yeah. So my whole childhood was in Lebanon. Yeah. So we got engaged. Then we decided to get married. And then the plan was for me to move to Saudi with him. Before 1 month of the wedding, he got an offer in Thailand.
Okay.
So he took it. So I had never visited Saudi, but one day I would like to. We got married and we went to Thailand.
Okay.
We were living there, and then suddenly the economic devaluation of their currency after 2 years. So we stayed there for 2 years.
Okay.
It was really nice.
I can imagine. Yeah. I love Thailand.
Within these 2 years, we used to shut the door and go tourism. We did many things. We traveled in Thailand also. It was really nice.
Yeah.
When the economic devaluation happened, we had to leave. So we decided to go back to Lebanon.
Okay.
But my husband suggested on our way to Lebanon, let us pass to Dubai. He had one of his good friends from Saudi settled in Dubai.
Okay.
He told me, let us go and we can see opportunities there if we can apply or do. So that's what we did. We came to Dubai. It was all work, recruitment agencies. Then he got sick. We had to extend the visa. Then I fell sick also. And we left to Lebanon. We arrived to Lebanon. I was sick for 2 months.
No?
Yeah. It was really very
intense.
Yes. Pneumonia, bronchitis, yeah. So then, we stayed in Lebanon. We stayed in Lebanon for 4 years, and we said we will settle in Lebanon. During these 4 years, we opened the traditional Thai massage.
Oh, yeah.
So Wissam went back to Thailand. He got courses in the massage, and he brought with him 3 Thai ladies. And we opened this massage parlor, and I took care of it. And we stayed in Lebanon for 4 years. We got 3 kids.
Oh, mashallah.
And then out of nowhere, he got an offer in Kuwait.
Okay.
You see how you plan something, but then
the other way.
Exactly. So he left to Kuwait. Then the kids and I followed him after 1 year. And we were in Kuwait. Khalas, settled and everything. Then the company with whom he worked had to close. And they told him, you can go to Iraq and we have vacancy there for you. So we didn't want to go there. So they told him, okay, another alternative is to go to Dubai. We have the mother company there.
Okay.
So we were, shall we go? Shall we not go? Then he told me, he will go first because the kids were enrolled in the school.
Yeah.
And he told me, I'll come back during the weekends. And then if everything goes well, you and the kids can move. And that's what happened.
Beautiful. And how long ago was this?
This was in 2006.
Okay. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, mashallah.
Dubai is home for us.
Yeah. Now inshallah, you continue to stay.
Inshallah.
Yeah, I can't not see you in Ripe Market. Right. You have to stay for me at least.
For you, I will.
And then, so you started Daniel as a business, because for me, I'm so curious about this. So you started Daniel as a business, and then did Ripe Market help launch it properly, or like how? Because I feel like now, mashallah, you have so many followers online, and you know, even if I send Daniel as a gift to someone, they're like, oh yeah, I know this brand, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. So Ripe really is the perfect platform for anyone who wants to launch any business.
Okay.
Really, and the discussions, the communication that you get from the customer himself. If you many customers tell me why your products are not in supermarkets, why can't we go and get them? So for such products, we have many plans for the future for Daniel. But if you, for instance, Jouhayna, you don't know my product, you go to the supermarket, you see Daniel on the shelf in the fridge, actually, because they need fridges with no preservatives. No, you wouldn't know the value of the product. It will seem like any other product. So I love to engage with customers, to tell them about the products. And for me, personally, I don't eat anything unless I know the exact ingredients of anything that I eat. So the ingredients are really very important for me. The other day I was at one of the supermarkets. I was passing by doing my shopping. A promoter of a known brand was promoting the product.
Mm-hmm.
So I was passing by, ma'am, would you like to try healthy? And I know that this brand is not healthy.
Okay.
But I didn't want to say anything. So I kept my walking through. Then while coming back, she also said the same thing. So I told her, do you mind if I see the ingredients? She said, of course. So I turned the product and I read the ingredients. I told her, but these are not good ingredients. They are not healthy. Why are you marketing it as healthy?
True.
So she was, maybe I was super nice.
Yeah,
while
but
talking
taken
with
aback.
her.
Yeah.
She told me, that's what at the company they tell us to say.
Okay.
So many customers, many people, if they see something healthy, khalas, they will believe it that it's healthy. But I love to spread awareness and tell people, read the ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an experiment for you to do. This is what I tell most of my customers. The next time you go to the supermarket, take any product off the shelf, any product.
Okay.
Just turn and see the ingredients.
Yeah.
First, the ingredients will be a whole paragraph like this.
Yeah, true.
Never less than 5 ingredients. Then, when you start reading from up, they start with things we know, we understand.
Okay.
As you go further, as you go each line below, you start, what is this ingredient? So next time you go start reading from down, I bet you wouldn't be able to pronounce the ingredients that they use.
You know what? Let me get something from my kitchen cupboard now.
Yeah,
and let's do this experiment. Okay, 1 minute. Then it's very out to date. Oh yeah. So, for the sake of the brand, we won't show the brand. But this is Andy, my husband's protein. And I grabbed the ingredients here. So you told me I have to read from the bottom?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you pronounce them?
No. I know the last word is potassium, but it says 𝐸𝐶 potassium. I'm sure I'm butchering it. Artificial flavor and natural. Soy lecithin. I will say, even though I'm Emirati, my first language is English, so I'm struggling. Sunflower processed with alkali, cocoa powder, hydrolyzed whey protein concentrate, isolate whey protein blend. Yeah, but the last few I did not know.
But here there are no numbers. Usually you have E1 to 3, E5.
Really?
Yes.
Here, I'm gonna spare Andy's protein.
So I always encourage people to read the ingredients. Whatever you don't understand, don't buy.
Okay.
And I was telling you about my daughters. They are obsessed now with the protein powder. We want more protein. how much your protein and Daniel's protein have. Mom, it doesn't matter. يعني better to get protein from a good source than to get too much of protein from the wrong source. So mom, this is with no sugar. Okay, what is the sweetener, mom? They read, mom, but there's no sugar. No, that's it, no sugar, but another sweetener that is unhealthy also. Yeah, exactly.
And then what else? Because I remember when I came to you in Ripe Market, you were explaining it to me. So what other? I think you're a fountain of knowledge. So use this podcast to spread the awareness you want, so it reaches people more than just in Ripe Market.
Yeah. So for instance, in our product, I'll give you an example for the audience because you know all the product.
Yeah, I love the product.
So as I said, we started with the garlic paste. Then little by little, many customers gave me their feedback. One customer told me, Daniel, I want almond butter, and I know that you will do the best almond butter. So we launched the almond butter.
Okay.
I launched the black olive paste. Another customer told me, I love spicy. Can you do for me spicy?
Okay.
So I did the spicy black olive, and then we launched it. Most of my products are my customers' feedback and recommendations. So there was a customer, Omar, he kept going and coming. Daniel launched spicy peanut butter. Omar, who will eat spicy? Try it. He really, for 1 month, then I launched it. Now all the customers love this spicy peanut butter. You can eat it with anything savory you're having.
Yeah.
For instance, the 𝐾𝐿, the healthy option of chocolate spread, let us say, in order not to mention any brand of chocolate spread that nobody should eat. So we do it. We don't add any sugar. I sweeten it with organic dates.
Okay.
No oil whatsoever, no dairy, and we've added chia seeds. This I first launched. Then I was invited to a school to exhibit my products, but all schools are not free. So 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿, one of my good customers also, she told me we are a nut-free school. So I went into the kitchen and I came up with the nut-free 𝐾𝐿.
Oh,
so instead of the nut, for the protein, I used chickpeas.
Oh, yes. Yeah. This is my favorite game to play. When we come to Daniel in Ripe Market, you're like, try this chocolate spread. Guess the ingredient.
Exactly.
I would never have guessed it was chickpeas.
And also the vegan mayo. Yeah. Vegan mayo, no eggs, no dairy, no gluten. All my products are no eggs, no dairy, no gluten, and no preservatives, except the spinach dip that has both gluten and dairy. So we also play a game with the vegan mayo. Try to guess what the main ingredient is. We will not say it now. They should come and try it.
Yeah, you should go to Ripe Market and try it, because I can vouch that your products, mashallah, they're so delicious, and they're good for you. And recently I found that I have a gluten intolerance, so I'm going to have to swap I'm going to have to buy out every product you have, because I feel like my options have been limited. And I took my mom for a staycation yesterday, just so we hang out. And we went, and there was afternoon tea, and I was like, oh, just one time, I'll eat the bread, it's fine. I regretted it. I was not today I was struggling to properly wake up, the brain fog and everything. So no, khalas. I
can give you a few recipes, because recently I have been vegan from 2010.
Okay.
But recently I stopped gluten and refined sugar completely.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have many options for wraps, for things also. And really all of us should stop these three things: gluten, dairy, and refined sugar.
Yeah.
These, nobody should eat them. So refined sugar, because it's refined, you can substitute it with dates, organic jaggery. You can have many natural options, fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then gluten, because nowadays gluten is hybridized. It's genetically modified. It's not like before, when our ancestors used to plant the wheat and all of these refined sugar, gluten. And dairy is not, many people don't react good to it.
Yeah.
I don't feel, I prefer even my family not to eat. But for me, as a mom, I encourage, I don't force my kids to do anything. So my husband, he eats everything. Daniel, my eldest, and Liana, my youngest, eat everything. Kyla is vegetarian.
Okay.
Yeah, but all of them has the mindset of healthy thinking. They are free to do whatever they want.
Yeah, as long as they have the knowledge, that's what matters.
Exactly.
And you gave that to them.
Exactly. And the three of them, they read ingredients. Whether they abide by not eating or not, it doesn't work.
Okay.
But as you said, the fact that they have the knowledge, this is more than enough for me.
Exactly. Like, I know it's bad for me. Eat. Like me yesterday.
Yes, me yesterday.
Yeah.
I used to do this, and then I don't have any allergies, but when you listen to your body as what happened to you yesterday, you will feel convinced.
Yeah.
So for me, maybe because of my childhood also, my parents used to be healthy, what to eat, what not to eat, exercising. So I was influenced by this also. And from long time ago, I was like this. One time, one of our family friends, told me, why do you do all this? Why do you torture yourself? What do you think? You're going to live 5 years longer than I will? I told him, this is not my objective. I really love doing this. Yani, I enjoy doing this.
And you feel better in yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, because even for me, like after I found out I have a gluten intolerance, then everything started to make sense. And I think I've had it for years. I don't think it was like something happened recently and I'm like, oh, I now can't eat gluten. You know, I went to the doctor and I was like, I really don't feel well. And I was like, he's like, you seem really tired. And I was like, gee, thanks. I told him I'm a shift worker and that's why I'm always tired. You know, I don't sleep well. I tried my very best to have better sleep hygiene, but it's difficult working nights and then having to readjust my whole body. So I told him, I said, I ruled it out. I'm like, no, it's just shift work. I'm always tired. He's like, I think you're having a very slow allergic reaction to something. And I was like, all right, what's going to fix me, you know?
Man.
So he asked me for a blood sample. So I gave it to him. And then he called me after the results came out and he's like, oh, you have celiac disease. And I didn't know celiac. And I didn't know what that was. And I was like, I'm going to die. I'm like, I'm going to die. That's it. And then he's like, Jouhayna, you can't eat gluten. And then I was like, okay, but yeah. And I'm like, oh, it's so dramatic. And I remember Andy was with me in the car and he thought, the world is going to end. And then, because most of it, you know what it was.
It's right.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, okay, but what is gluten exactly? And he's like, oh, you can't eat wheat. And I'm like, but I don't. And he's like, yes, you do. It's in pasta. It's in bread. And I was like, but those are like my two favorite things. You know, like Andy is European. He loves bread. And now I love bread. How am I supposed to cut that out?
No, there are alternatives.
Yeah. But, you know, for me, it was just such a big shock. So then I told Andy, I said, okay, look, I'm going to stop eating gluten. And, you know, if you live in the same home, it helps if the other person stops doing the same. So for a week, we stopped it. We both felt so much better. But then because we're toxic, we just started eating it again. And we just felt that we feel the effects. And we're like, at least now we have the knowledge.
Now we know.
At least we know what's affecting us. And then we eat it.
Oh my God.
But yeah, no, after yesterday, after the afternoon tea, khalas, I woke up this morning and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do my very best to be better about it because it's just not worth it. I don't feel good. You know, and I deserve to treat my body better. So,
and you wouldn't miss anything, believe me. You can eat rice, you can eat...
And I love rice.
You know, millet, you can do your own flour. That reminds me also, for me, it's not only food and exercising, it's all the holistic thing. For instance, I don't believe in conventional medicine also.
Okay.
So I prefer unconventional medicine. For instance... when my kids were small, Daniel, my eldest, had otitis problem. So ear infection, and it was repetitive. He was maybe 2 years old, 3 years old, and many doctors told me you have to do operation for him. For me, I hate medicines. I prefer to heal with other things, with food, even with energy.
Okay.
So I started for him homeopathy. Do you know what homeopathy is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then after some time, I took courses in pranic healing and in 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿 jutsu.
Okay. So we'll need to explain all this because I'm sure other people have no idea what that is.
So I'm a great believer of these things. So my husband is the total opposite of me. If he goes to the doctor tells him, you don't have anything, give me Panadol, you know. 𝐬𝐮𝐸𝐽 Jutsu it says that in our body, we have 26 safety energy locks.
Mm-hmm.
And if any lock is locked, you will feel something wrong with your body.
Okay.
So how it works, you touch specific points and you heal.
Okay.
For a certain period of time until you feel the energy again.
Oh, so is it similar to these like videos, or like if you have a headache, touch here and then you'll feel better? Or is it different?
Maybe. I don't know these videos, but this is what 𝐬𝐮𝐸𝐽 Jutsu talks about. Okay. So I took courses and I used to apply them on my kids when they were small. Mm-hmm. Even in school, till now, the teachers whom I became friend with, they told me, you are really famous in school because I give instructions to the nurse, not allowed to give my kids any medicine.
Okay.
Anything happens, you call me because I don't give them medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they still laugh at it till now. Then, after some time, I took courses in pranic healing.
Okay.
So pranic healing, basically, you heal by energy.
Okay.
You don't touch the other person, but you heal by energy. You take energy from up and you direct it to the person.
Okay.
Yes. So these two things really helped me a lot in raising my kids in a healthy way with the food, with the exercises and everything. But my aim is never to live longer.
Yeah, no, it's just to feel good in the now.
That is what makes me happy.
Yeah.
What makes you happy doesn't necessarily make me happy. So they tell me, why are you doing it? How can you? But I'm a strong believer of these things.
Yeah. And if you believe, it's the power of belief.
And you know what, Jouhayna? Life is too short to do anything that doesn't make you happy.
Completely.
Yeah. So that's really my motto in life. And life is too short. Do whatever pleases you. Mm-hmm. Of course, while caring about others, while helping others.
Yeah.
Not hurting anybody, of course.
100%.
Exactly. But you have to take care of yourself, of your family, and
yeah. I completely agree with you. And, you speak with so much passion, and it's just so enlightening because I didn't know these things. I've heard of them, but I didn't know the names of them. I didn't know the power of them. And, you've raised your kids all these years and it worked. So
now it's been a long time I didn't practice them. Okay. But for instance, مثلا Daniel, if he has a headache, he sleeps for 1 hour, 2 hours, he wakes up, the headache is gone.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Even for instance, we use aloe vera, we use essential oils, food, water. I have many... I call them my secret recipes.
Okay.
Secret recipes. For instance, if you have a cough, I can tell you what to do. Mm-hmm. Of course, it's not a magic
wand. Yeah.
Wand. It's faster if you take Panadol or you take anything else. But while taking these medicine, it doesn't cure you.
Yeah, it numbs you.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So for me, I prefer to have a bit longer, but khalas. And this builds up your immunity system also.
Yeah. During COVID, I really struggled after I had COVID. So now I know to text you.
Now you know.
Yeah, exactly. Done, Dr. Corina. So yeah, and okay, so we pressed pause on present day. We pressed rewind and went into the past. And for me, the story you shared about, when you went and you defended your little sister, this is going to stay with
my elder sister.
Your elder sister?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have my younger brother, my eldest sister.
Okay.
I'm in the middle.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So this story is going to stay with me. I'm going to always remember you doing this. And then now if we were to press the metaphorical fast forward button, what does the future look like for you? I know plans always change, the way it constantly did in your life so far. But what do you have in store, or what do you envision?
So on the personal level,
mm-hmm.
I would like to be the best version of myself.
Okay.
By always doing the best that I can. So also something that's stayed in my head for many years. My father always used to tell us, help yourself so God will help you.
Mm.
So this really stayed with me for such long time. So whenever you want something, whenever you need something, you should seek for it.
Yeah.
seek for it, and then God will help you. And this is what also I teach my kids. And we had many examples of this. When 𝐬𝐲 wanted to go to university, so first, Daniel went to university. He went to Canada. Okay. And then he went to Canada. Now he graduated and they started work. But when 𝐬𝐲 had to go to university, so our plan was, okay, Daniel went, let 𝐬𝐲 go, then Liana will go, and then we will all go.
Oh, okay.
So Daniel went. Then when it was the turn of 𝐬𝐲, Daniel, he specialized in industrial engineering.
Oh, mashallah.
𝐬𝐲 chose to do graphic design.
Okay.
So she said, Mom, why will I go to Canada? I don't want. I want to do graphic design, and I chose Italy. Because graphic design, Italy is specialized with the arts and the culture and these things. I want to go to Italy. So Wissam and I insisted. So she started blocking, and Canada started to be negative for her.
Okay.
So I told him, let us back up and let her do. It's her life. Let her. She wants to go to Italy. We can change our plan. So she went to Italy. When it was Liana's turn to go to university, she wanted to specialize in psychology.
Okay.
And we let her choose whatever she wants. She wanted to go to Spain, so now she's in Spain.
Okay. At least the two girls are close to each other.
Exactly.
Somehow.
Now, 𝐬𝐲 is putting Canada back in her head.
Okay.
We left her.
You planted the seed.
Now she said, Mom, on her own. Before that, when she was about to graduate from Italy, she told me, Mom, what do you think? Now work, where shall I search for work? Which country? She told me, you know what? I want to do masters in Canada.
Okay.
On her own. So should I work in Canada or I come back to Dubai and I work there? I told her, as you wish, you decide, think about it, see, we can help you, whatever you decide. Then as weeks passed by, she stopped talking about Canada. She concentrated on Dubai. I told her, what happened to Canada? She told me, look, Mom, I stayed 3 years in Italy on my own.
Yeah.
Now it's time to come back home.
Oh.
So now she is working here.
Okay.
But Canada is on her to-do list, maybe within 1 year or 2 years.
Okay, inshallah.
Yes. So, like I said, so our plans were to, first something, then they changed, then we opened Canada, then they changed. So the main thing is for me to, I was telling you the story of my father, and then we shifted.
This is how this podcast works.
Right?
Yeah, I was telling you when.
So I remembered. So when 𝐬𝐲 wanted to go to Italy, we were very late in applying because she was talking with the university, and we understood that she can start later, not the first semester, the second semester.
Okay.
So we were relaxed. Then we went to Lebanon for the summer, and she found out before university started. She found out before 2 weeks that no, you cannot start the next semester. You should start within 2 weeks.
Oh.
I told her, what? No. I put on my glasses
to double check it. Did I actually read that?
Yeah. So we were in Lebanon. We couldn't apply for her visa from Lebanon because she was resident in Dubai, and we couldn't do anything. So we starting investigation, sending emails here and there, and and she was really devastated. Mom, what will happen? Girls 18 years old, and they, how will I go to university? So I told her, listen, calm down. We will do our best.
Yeah.
You can do more than your best. She told me no. Then we will do our best.
Yeah.
If it's meant for you to go now, you will go now. Otherwise, God doesn't want you to go now. You will do something in the year, and then you will go. So we kept on and on. And me, I don't settle unless I've done my maximum.
Same.
And then she was in university after we were late for 1 week, and then she started university the same semester.
MashaAllah.
And many stories are like this. When Liana went to Spain also, so Canada, the residency, how they give you, Daniel applied, he got his student visa for 5 years.
Okay.
Finished. He will relax from these cumbersome papers and documents 5 years. Europe is not like this. Every year you have to reapply.
Oh,
yeah.
That sounds intense.
And she's on her own, and Liana in Spain on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Every year they have to do all over again all the documents.
Okay.
And in Spain, the documents are more difficult than the ones in Italy.
Okay.
Last year she had to do 9 appointments, and each one 1.5 hours away from where she's staying.
Oh.
It was really very cumbersome for her, and she was really very angry. And then I sent an email to the consulate, and they were really helpful, and they gave her student visa for 2 years.
Alhamdulillah.
And she decided to do them online from here. You know,
that's great.
Always I tell them, do your best.
Yeah.
And then what God wants He wants to happen, it will happen.
Exactly.
So this is the fast forward of me.
Yeah.
I will do my best to be the best version of myself.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
For Daniel, there are many projects in our heads. Yeah. And I want to say something about my husband.
Yes,
even though Daniel means mother of Daniel.
Yeah.
I'm the mom of Daniel, and I do everything by hand. But really, Wissam is the backbone of Daniel. I always tell him we should do Abu Daniel.
Abu Daniel.
So logistics, he takes care of everything.
Yeah.
Everything, technology, everything he takes. For me, I always tell my customers, I only cook and market. He does everything else.
You're the superstar, and he's the one backstage.
So, for instance, recently we added the QR code on all our labels.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Idea.
Yeah.
So there's the QR code, and it takes you directly to the nutritional benefits, not only the ingredients on the label, the QR code. So customers, because many customers like this information, and so his idea, all the markets that we participate in. So I've been with Ripe Market for 7 years from day one when we started, but we also participate in all the markets of Expo.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yes, in 𝐟𝐨𝐽𝐵 also we have companies. Also, we have companies. We supply for their employees. Yeah. All the logistics of everything, the carts of Daniel. There is a food truck coming soon. Also,
that's exciting.
Everything is Abu Daniel.
Yeah, because I've met him, and I always see he's very silent.
He is.
He reminds me a lot of Andy, actually, because I'm similar to you. We're very extroverted. We're very talkative. We love being around people. And then they're stood in the silence in the background doing, supporting you. And he's also very similar. Like before I got this, the team to help me now with the podcast, when I was doing just the aviation content, he was the one helping me set everything up in the mics and explaining everything to me with the lights and all. So I feel you on this. And alhamdulillah,
Alhamdulillah.
Like even when I met him, the first thing, when I saw him in the back, like, this is Andy. This is Lebanese Andy.
Right.
So alhamdulillah, good for us.
Yes, and I want to thank all my lovely customers.
Yeah.
Like Jouhayna and all the customers who have been supporting our small business. Really, you are the family of Daniel, not customers.
You make us feel that.
Yeah, and Jad, I have many loyal customers, and they always, it's their feedback that keeps me going.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And because I know you have a full-time job and you have Daniel as well. So, the podcast is called Press Pause. What do you do to press pause? Is it when you work out in the morning? When do you take a time for yourself? Because I feel like you give so much to everyone else, and I'm very similar in that way. So what do you do for you?
So I love exercising, as I told you. Yeah. So this is sometimes I jog, sometimes I do this app thing. This is all me time. Also, during summer, 1 month, I switch off.
That's great.
We go to Lebanon, to the mountain, and I exercise 3 hours a day.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I swim, I do gym, I walk every day. And this is like my heke.
You get to recalibrate.
Exactly. And now during the days, I don't have free time. But I enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
I do it with love. So I also teach my children, everything you do with love, you will excel at it. whatever you choose to do.
This is beautiful
with
advice.
love. Exactly.
Yeah, because even in Daniel, you're like at the end of the quiz with all the jars, you're like, guess the secret ingredient.
Homemade with love.
Homemade with love, exactly. And really, you feel it. So, again, I just feel like you're somebody who, you're so you, unapologetically, and you spread so much knowledge, not just towards your family, but to everybody else. And truly, as a customer with Daniel, I don't feel like a customer. I truly feel like you're family, because I'll message you or something, and you'll meet somebody who I've brought to you once. And you're like, oh, yeah, I remember. Like, for example, my friend Sarah, like, oh yeah, how's she doing? I'm like, she's good.
So many customers, while passing by, not every time they come and buy, but while passing by, Daniel, how are you? All our things, they come, they say hello, you know?
Yeah.
This is the vibes that I love from Ripe Market and from all the customers. Really.
Yeah, and really, it is such a beautiful vibe, beautiful energy. And I like the fact that you're right at the front. So it's like you walk in, okay, there she is, done. Keep that spot forever.
Even one time when last year, I think I fell down and I broke a rib.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I stayed home for 1 full month. You wouldn't imagine the customers who visited our stall, who texted me. Really, it was really overwhelming.
Of course, we'll miss you. Like, I come to Rife Market because I like the energy there, but it's literally because I know, okay, I'm gonna go. I'll get something from your stall. I'll bring a friend with me, and I'm like, oh, this is the best part of Ripe Market. So if I have any friends visiting from out of town, if it's during winter, I bring them to you and they're like, I would never have found this place as a tourist. This is the most amazing thing. And you're always the highlight. And so I think I had my friend Stefan, he was visiting from Germany, and he's obsessed with garlic. Obsessed with garlic. And then he even said, he's like, I don't know if I'll be able to pack it or anything. And you just eased, his anxiety. You're like, you can pack it. Everything is here. Take it. And he went back, and his partner also completely loved the dip as well. So he's actually coming back soon. I'm sure I'm going to have to, even if Ripe Market is closed because of the heat, I'm going to just make the order, because I know he's definitely going to want some more dip.
And this is why we came up with the travel pack. Many of my customers, every time they go and visit their families, they send them the updated list, and they pick whatever they want. I travel pack it for them, and they take it.
Amazing. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so we finished this segment of the podcast. So I just want to thank you for sharing your story, being so honest about everything. And I feel like you also shared so much knowledge that you're going to be able to spread. And if somebody even learns one little thing from this podcast, the mission has been completed. So now we're going to play a game of Jenga. Are you ready?
I'm ready, but look, I've never played it before. Let's see how I would do.
Let's please definitely tune in next week to see how Daniel does play Jenga. She's actually the very first guest who's never played Jenga before. So it's going to be a lot of fun.